We love this Renova family, and we also want to recognize Deidre and Chris for being here and introducing our new product line that is just beginning. We have a lot more things in the works. We're not going to spill the beans tonight on all the things that are coming, but in the coming months, you're going to see a lot new products that will be part of this whole product line. Grateful for, where's Emily? Is she still here? No. Anyways, Emily and Max and Kyle, all the work that you do on the branding and the design work and just the things that make things look so wonderful. The videos, Max, you're amazing. You're a superstar. I want to thank Alicia for all the work that she does in the shipping and just amazing stuff. Where's Alicia? Oh, Mallory, our customer service director, thank you so much for all you do. You're amazing. If you heard the announcement today, we were able to choose and have our new president named today. And James, we're grateful for you taking the helm of this company. And I just have come to love this young man and Mary. We're so grateful for you guys. The video that I wanted to share is a 2-minute video, and it shows a 600-meter race. It's an indoor track race. It's 3 laps, and on the 3rd lap, right at the beginning of the 3rd lap, the gal that's in the front trips and falls, and the gal behind her steps on her head, and she ends up being about 30 yards behind the last person. Her name's Heather Dornadon, and I urge you to go to YouTube sometime and watch this race. It's amazing because even though she was in the lead and she tripped and fell and was stepped on, she, for just a second, you see her hesitate. But then instantly, she jumped up and took off and ended up winning the race. And it's really inspirational, and I hope you can get a chance to watch it. Maybe we can put a link to it or something somewhere in the back office. I don't know. I think it's critical to understand that you hear me talk all the time about never give up, never quit, and that's really what it's all about. When I look at this last year, our first year, and the things that have happened to us, it reminds me a lot of this race with Heather Dornadon because of the challenges, the obstacles, the tripping and falling, the mistakes that we made. All those things were real, but the reality of it is we never quit. We never gave up. And the things that we are doing today, I think are manifested because of this heart that we have as a company, this desire for success and the desire to be winners. I want to share with you a couple of personal experiences. When I was a young teenager, I was in Scouts, and each year, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds, you get to go on a summer activity. On my 18th birthday, in my 18th year, they changed the boundaries, and I was in a different group than I had been in for the previous years. Nobody knew me in this other church group, and so they came to me and they said, hey, we wanted to plan a big super activity for all of you Explorer Scouts. And they were like, we want to get to know you, so would you come and help us plan this? And so I came there and we talked, and I said, well, where are we going to go, or what are we going to do? And they said, well, we want you to plan it. And I said, okay, well, what are the limitations? No, you just tell us what you want, and we'll see if we can figure it out. I said, okay. So we came back for the planning meeting, and I'd come up with the idea that I wanted to drive down from Mesa, Arizona, down to Nogales, get on a train in Nogales, and ride on the train down to Mazatlan, and then go deep sea fishing and hang out in Mazatlan for a week. And when I presented that to these leaders, they were like, oh, no, we could not do that. And I said, well, why? Well, it's going to cost too much. Okay, well, what if I could raise the money? Well, we don't know how to set it all up. We don't know where we would stay. Well, what if I could figure that out and find us a place to stay? Well, we don't know about the permits that we would need. Well, what if I could do all that? Every objection that they came up with, I said, listen, if I can come up with the answer for that and solve that solution, will you allow us to go down there? And they didn't think I could do it, and so they said yes. And so every single obstacle that I faced, this was in, 1969, right? So I'm a young kid. Long distance was very expensive to call. There's no such thing as internet or looking anything up. So I had to find some place down in Mazatlan for us to go down there and stay that was free so that we didn't have to pay for it, and figure out how to ride a train down there and how much that was going to cost, and then the logistics of pulling the whole thing off, and then raising the money to do it all. And bottom line was, I did it all, and they couldn't say no, and so we did that. And we went down and had a wonderful, amazing trip. We all caught sailfish. We went sailfishing. We all had amazing experiences. And I actually had one of my near-death experiences while I was down there. That's for another time. I won't tell that story tonight. But that drive, or that desire of not quitting, not giving up, has been my driving force for my entire life. Right after we got married, I was going to college and working a couple of different jobs, and a friend of mine was in construction, and he said to me, he says, man, I'm really busy. I'm trying to find somebody that can help me set some cabinets. And I said, well, what are you doing? He said, I'm building these apartments. I need somebody that can set the cabinets in the apartments. And I said, well, how much does it pay? And he told me, he said, well, I can do that. And he says, you can? I said, oh, yeah, I can do that. Not a problem. Never done it before in my life, right? But man, to go out, it's like $800. That was like unbelievable. So I went out and I figured out how to do that, and I started setting cabinets for him in all of his houses. Well, then one day he says, my painter quit. I need to find a painter. I said, well, how much do you pay? And he told me, and I said, well, I can paint. And so I started doing all of his painting. I set up a painting company and started doing all that. And so that's kind of how I ran things. Well, one day this friend of mine that was a plumber, I was talking to him. He said, man, I'm really, really busy. I got to find me another plumber. I said, well, what's going on? He said, I got all these apartments that I'm doing. I really need somebody else that knows how to do plumbing. And I said, well, how much does it pay? And it was like double what I was making. I said, well, I can do that. And he goes, yeah. I said, oh, yeah. So I showed up on Monday, and by Thursday, he's like, well, it looks like you got this. I'm headed over to California. Let me know if you have any problems. And so from that week, that's how I learned how to do plumbing. And so I was running his plumbing company from that point on. And I went on and got my general contractor's license, was doing things. Well, a few years later, he was doing plumbing up in Alaska. And I'm talking to him one day, and he said, we've got this electrician that was coming up here doing all the electrical work on all these houses for us up here in Alaska. And the guy can't come, and we got this job. We really need somebody that can come up there and do this for us. You know any electricians? I said, well, how much does it pay? I said, well, I can do that. I'd never done electrical work in my life. And he says, okay, so we set it all up. And I got a free air flight up to Juneau, Alaska. Went out on the crab boats and got the most amazing king crab. It was incredible. I pulled up on the job as the electrician, and of course nobody knew that I'd never done anything like that in my life. But I spent the 2 weeks that I had notice going around to all the jobs, finding the ones that, like I was going to be doing, and making drawings and sketches of everything that I needed to do. And I took all that with me, and I was up there reading notes while I was doing all this work up there. And by the time the week was over, the house was all done and finished, and I asked him later on, and everything worked out. He says, yeah, it was perfect, no problems at all. So everything that I've ever done in life has kind of been like, I just jump in with both feet and figure it out as we go. And in October of 2018, when Tony says, hey, we need to start a new company to market this new product. Oh yeah, I could do that. And the reality of it is, how hard could it be, right? Oh my gosh. I can tell you it's been the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. I had no idea what I was getting into. But you know what? Out of, the phoenix bird comes, out of the ashes of the phoenix bird comes triumph, and comes, everything that we do is symbolic in this company. And this is very symbolic to us. It's very symbolic to the Stephan family. We're so grateful, Autumn, that you're here with us tonight as a representative of your family and the mission that we have all taken on to bring what you and your family have done to the world. And so we honor you and we give you thanks for all you've done. So, having said that, I just want you to know that we are on the verge of amazing things. No matter what the world looks like, no matter what the world says, no matter what people say, you just have to trudge forward and turn off the dang television, quit watching the news and all the negative garbage that's out there, because there's so much good and so many positive things. You just can't let those things interrupt your life. You can't let them destroy you, because there are people out there that are just trying to teach us bad things and trying to make us believe that all this stuff is really horrible or problems. And so we just need to be strong, move forward, and things will work out. So I want to close. I didn't want to go on very long. I just want to close with something really simple. I have a little poem that kind of tells the journey of each of us, hopefully, and what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, and what we hope to end up with. I call this Your Future Starts Today. Seems a lifetime ago, but was early in the fall. Tony said, let's create the greatest opportunity of all. Yes, I can't believe it's been nearly 2 years with the ups and the downs and the gallons of tears. 2 years of hard work and the test of one's soul. If it weren't for our products, I'm sure I'd look old. 2 years in the deal, and I'm still committed, but there's been times of frustrations and disappointments, I've admitted. But the future is bright and promising so, and renew, restore, revive shall be our motto. And just that one thought keeps us striving on so to work for our dreams and to accomplish our goals. But sometimes it's frustrating to hear others say, those things never work and they just take your pay. But everyone needs to be financially sound, so get out and tell others just what you found. There are those that know me and say that I'm crazy, but I know the truth now. It's just that they're lazy. Don't you dare let what others might say stop your quest. They take from you dreams, they are only your test. Because freedom from debt with this plan's what you seek, but it's not for the whiners, the criers, or the weak. So forget the TV, the golf, and the play. The success of tomorrow must first start today. Because a view from the top is a mighty fine view, but the first steps to get there, today you must do. And this battle you're waging for freedom and time is first fought in a place called your mind. It's there where tomorrow is determined today. So win the war first there, and then you can say, I remember this feeling I got here today. My success starts now, and I will not delay. Then the lifestyle through Renova you'll receive in the end if persistence and commitment today you'll begin. Then what joy there will be when you finally can say, 2 years of hard work is now well worth the pay. I love you guys. Thanks. That's it.